People in Palestine before the Jews called themselves, according to them, Canach, from which became Canaan. Philistinians in Egypt writings are called Pulasati. Peleset is also the name of Philistines. Peleseti or Pelasti is the same as Pelonians or Pelasgians. Cush is Murinia or Southern Arabia. Mitzrayim is Misir, Egypt. Put or Fut is Libya, that's pelagic African coast, western of her. Canaan is Palestine. Saba is the country along the eastern coast of the Red Sea. Some think that Sabteka along the western coast of the same sea, while others think that she is found also along the east coast. South of Saba, on the side of Arabia, other countries all the way to Oman, which is Dedan. Exception is Havila, for which the Holy Hieronym says that this country is the land of Getula, far on the west. Saba is known under the name Happy Arabia, Arabia Felicis. Same country is known as Arabia of Mino. Bohardius says that under this name Mino is Mino, king of Crete. When to this are added the sons of Misir, we see multiple presence of the tribes of Serbian origin among the Hams. Venerabilis Beda says that the Hams inhabited the whole of North Africa all the way to Gibraltar and that they spoke some 20 different languages. Bohardius says, Lud or Ludot is Jewish name for Ludos, Ludai, Lidi, Ludim, which is the land of Meonia. Meonia was previously the name for a country that was later known as Man. Ethiopia Jews call Lud and Ethiopians Ludim. Joseph Flavius says, from Lud comes Ludiani or Lydiani. This is the evidence that the people of Asia Minor were the same time in Egypt, Murini on the shores of Red Sea. We cannot yet reliably say whether their presence is related to the time of Hyksos or not. As for the names Lud and Ludim among the Jews, Ludos and Lidos among the Greeks, and then Lydia, we have found the correct reading of this name in Ludi, which means people or humans. Pelutier says, Meoni and Lidi, so to speak, people, like Latin princes, people and nation. Ludi and Lidi must be read as Ludi, which means people, and land of Judea, or Ludia, the land of people. Meoni and Meonia are Greek forms of that name, meaning the wrong ones. Pelutier for Meons says that this name is also found as Mani. Roman humus et populus means people and peasants. Mani are nobler part of that people. Among the Serbs, Mane was a mythical ruler, legislator, who is said to have been the first king of the Judeans. From that it can be concluded that the Mani means the ruling, noble layer of the people, based on Mane's reputation. This word has passed on to the Germans, and to them it simply means a man. Before the Germans, the Latins adopted it by adding the prefix hu in form of humanus, where it numerous excerpts it marks man, humanity, always in positive sense. The Greeks said that Meonia was named after the river Meandra, but Meandra is a Greek name, not a Serbian one. Bohardius says that the river Meandra in Judea was called the Nile. This means that the Nile River in Egypt is so named by the Judeans, whose presence in Egypt and Mauritania is undisputable. Halevi notes that Pliny said that the Nile and the Siris are the names of the great Egyptian river. Halevi believes that these are Phoenician words, since it has been proven that Delta was occupied by the Phoenicians. About the Minoan Arabia, Strabon says, it was located in the Erythraean Sea, that is, the Red Sea. The capital was Karana, today Karnal Manazil. Behind them, that is, south of them, are the Sabaeans, whose capital is city of Mariaba. The capital of Sabaeans was Saba, today Sablea. In his explanations of Strabon, Jocelyn says that Mariaba was a special title, not the name of the city. Thus, it could happen that the title was given to the city of Sabi. South of the Sabaeans were the Katabani. The seat of their ruler was called Tamna. The Katabans were supposed to be in modern Yemen. As we can see, Strabon distinguishes between Minoan Arabia and Sabaean Arabia, and both were included under the name Happy Arabia. Minoan Arabia was occupied by some tribes of the Serbian race during the Cretan Mino dynasty, and these tribes came across Crete. Sabaean Arabia is occupied by the same people who can be said to have come from Judea, and these tribes are mentioned by the name in Old Testament as Seba, Saba, Sabta, and Sabteka. All these names are nothing but the copies of Serbian name. Judging by all this, it can be said with confidence that the tribes of the Serbian race occupied the shores of the Red Sea all the way to Indian Ocean during the Cretan Mino dynasty. On a monument in Minoan Arabia, discovered by Franz Hommel, there is a carved face of a man, well preserved, and it can be seen that it was a man of the Aryan race. It is difficult to say how long these Aryans ruled the shores of the Red Sea. In the time of the Jewish king Solomon, the ships of Tarshish are mentioned, which sailed the Red Sea and bring ivory to India. Among Ham's people, not only the Kush tribe was of the Serbian race, but there were others, in Canaan and Put or Fut. Ragozin says, Punt or Puna is in Izorod the way or the Fut, which was later transferred to the Phoenicians under Greek influence. He then says that Puni were present in Yemen and Somalia. The Phoenicians are sons of Canaan. Bohardius says that Arabs included only Cebu and Nebrod in Kush descendants. However, there were two Kush countries, and other was on the left bank of the Tigris River. Ernest de Bunsen says, Nebrod is the son of Kush, and those are the ones that later writers call Kosei. Ragozin mentions a record in which it is said that Baal, king of Tyre, put his trust in Tark, the king Kush, and overthrew a Syrian yoke. She believes that Kush was part of Egypt. There was a town somewhere in Happy Arabia called Niza, since Bak, born in Niza in Arabia, is often mentioned. Herodotus mentions the Murens living around the holy Niza and who celebrate Bak. It can be freely said that everywhere where the tribes of Serbian race were present, Bak's belief was also present, and there were cities named Niza, so that was the case in Arabia as well. Herodotus mentions the famous horses from Media, the lowland horses. These horses were from the area between Ispahan and Hamadan, which was called Nizaya. There is something in the Old Testament that seems surprising at first sight, and that is that each of the ancestors of nations and countries represents a deity from Divonia. Bohardius says that Put embodied Apollo Pythias, when he is considered to be the son of god Hammon and was born in Libya. The Jewish god Yehovah was also named after the Serbian god Jov. Bohardius says the Jews call him Yehovah Nisi, Yehovah Nisao, Yovem Yehovah substitutes. Yabakus is a Jewish Yehovah. Yabakus is Jacob, Yehovah, Yahweh is found in a cuneiform writing as Yahweh. This literally means God of Java, which is in fact Javan or Jovan. According to Bohardius, Canaan is a personification of Mercury, that is, Teut in the role of protector of the merchants. Canaanites belong to Hamids, and they are also Aryans, although there were people of other races in the countries they settled. Dusso and Gardiner believe that the Canaanites are Hyksos and that they named the god Baal